沙漠，万人座啊！
万座，沙漠。
实拍实说，大地海外升学。
I'm from Hong Kong and my name is Ronald Lee and I'm 13 years old now. I'm year 9. Probably because it's a top school in Wellington, so it's really good to study with. I live in Johnsonville now and I usually take bus or train to school. Around an hour. I do because the family is really nice and friendly, so I can get rid of them really quickly, so yeah, it's really good. Probably my English, because my English used to be not as well as now, so this could help me to develop more communication chances and stuff too. Biggest difference is studying in New Zealand is kind of chill, and then Hong Kong is kind of more pressure on studies, like a lot of homeworks and stuff, and in New Zealand it would be easier for me because it got less work to do. Yeah. I 我諗會去澳洲或者去英國讀大學嘅，因為嗰邊係咯，即係都係 explore 更多嘢啦。咁去到嗰邊又可以有 different 嘅 culture 啦，又可以接受即係可能天氣啊、嘅人啊係點樣類似嗰啲嘢。我諗最主要都係你要勇於接受一個新嘅事物，即係對於人同事咁，同喺你嘅 previous country 啦，無論係香港或者其他嘅地方，咁都會有一個好大嘅分別嘅。咁只要你勇於去接受嘅話，咁你就好快就可以 overcome 所有嘢。咁你哋呢度就要接受下你呢度嘅讀書嘅方式啦，就係比較 free 啲嘅，但係絕對唔好懶散，因為懶散慣咗咧，咁你就之後就 pick up 唔翻㗎啦喺high education 度，咁係咯，就係。
My name's 𝐖𝐞𝐥𝐥𝐢𝐧𝐠𝐭𝐨𝐧 and I'm the International Director at Wellington College. Well, Wellington College is one of the oldest schools in New Zealand. We were founded in 1867 and we're a boys' specialist school. We are known for preparing young students for university. So Wellington College currently has around 1,750 students. Of those, around 50 to 70 are international students. What we try and do is keep the international student numbers at around about 5% of the school roll. This ensures that international student receives a full, in-depth and personalised program. Okay, our international students come throughout the levels at school, so year 9 to year 13. So basically someone like Ronald, a year 9 student, a first year here, and it's a 5-year course of study. What we've learned is that we need to be flexible for our different student markets. So for example, a year 12 student coming directly into level 2, we know that to be competitive, they're going to need an IELTS grade of around 5.5. Now, we don't actually test for the IELTS grade, but we discuss that with the student, with the agency, with the family to work out the best program for them. So that's just as a guide. We do have students from Hong Kong that join us for 2 years. And in that 2 years, we're charged with getting them prepared for a global university. So in 700 days, we can get them in a position where they are competitive to apply to any international university. One of the things about Wellington College that is wonderful is our location and our environment. We are very well resourced. Our English language program is fantastic. And we can take a student, especially a junior student at say 9 and 10, who may be pre-foundation. We can take them to again, a level where we have 98% of our internationals achieving university entrance. So that is all about preparing them for the literacy journey towards that pathway. So currently for 2024, the tuition fee is set at 17,800 New Zealand dollars, which is probably similar to other schools, other state schools in the area. And the accommodation fee is 380 New Zealand dollars a week. And that figure gives you your 3 meals a day, your own personal space, your bedroom, your desk, a good study environment, and really importantly, it gives you the care from someone from our local community. Most of our students are homestay students, but we do have an increasing number of parents that are coming and choosing to live in Wellington while their son is at school. Wellington City itself is a multicultural city, and the college reflects that as well. We are made up of many, many different nationalities. The Chinese community in Wellington is huge, and we work very closely with them. So it's very easy for family members to fit into the Wellington community. Again, it's flexible. Most students choose to go back for at least one stay during the year, and that might be the July midterm break. And they'll go and reconnect with family for a couple of weeks, which is, I recommend. Some students choose to stay over the summer break, and again, that's just having a conversation with family back at home and the accommodation provider here to see if that's possible. It usually always is possible. And there's other opportunities as well for the students over summer, so they can join an approved tour of New Zealand. And we use 3 companies that have passed all of the required pastoral care, rules for looking after international students while they're on study trips. So one of the things I mentioned earlier is that we are considered a pathway school. So currently 98% of our international students achieve university entrance, and that's been like that for a number of years pre-COVID, and we're meeting those figures again now. Increasingly, students are choosing Wellington as a destination to study, Auckland, Christchurch and Otago universities as well. Now the reason they're choosing that is because our students these days are really serious about permanent residency. So whether that's the experience they're currently having back in their home country or the experience they had while they were part of the COVID situation, they've become very, very happy with the lifestyle, I think, and the opportunity in New Zealand. But in saying that, our students go to the best universities around the world. Our students go to the Ivy Leagues, they go to the top universities in England. Most recently, Louis Liu, one of our graduates, got accepted into Imperial College in London, which is arguably the best engineering school in the world. And that's exactly his pathway. His pathway is engineering. Well, the thing is, and I guess it's very important for parents to understand, is that the National Certificate of Education Achievement, the New Zealand qualification, the university entrance requirements there are globally accepted. They are equivalent to IB, they are equivalent to Cambridge. In fact, we offer Cambridge here as well, Cambridge Maths in particular. We also, because we're a lead academic school, we also offer university level math. We believe that unless a student is academically challenged, they're not going to be performing to their fullest ability. By offering advanced programs of study We're attracting really good scholarships from some of the world's best universities. In fact, they contact Yufang and I regularly saying, look, who's coming through? What can we offer them? You know, we've been doing this for nearly 30 years now. We know the community, we know the learning community here really well. The international program is valued by our staff. That means our international students are really well cared for. You know, New Zealand was the first country in the world to develop a pastoral code of care under law for international students. That's cool. I'm really, really proud of that. That states all of the basics we're looking at for the well-being of our students. Not only do we need to meet the academic requirements, but we need to meet or exceed, in my opinion, the well-being environment as well. So one of the things, as a father, the first thing I think about is it safe? Wellington College is an extremely safe campus. Huge. We have 14 hectares of land. We're off the main road, so we're on a private driveway. Private school buses pick the boys up at the end of the day. It is all off the main campus. But in saying that, the city is very safe. New Zealand is safe. One of the things the boys love is the freedom to be able to walk out of the school gate and be in a short 15-minute walk from the central business district, where all of the local things are. You've got all of your local food, all of your shops that the students like hanging out in, the movie theatres, all of those things, really, really accessible to the school. I think it's the care and the time and the resourcing to focus on the individual. So at Wellington College, we believe all of our students, not just our international students, have their own learning need. So whether that's a gifted need or a need that needs extra support in particular areas, what we want to do is build programs that are targeting how that student learns. We're an inclusive school. So we're not trying to attract a student that is absolutely 100% fantastic in their previous school. We want a student that is willing to learn, is willing to take the opportunity that their parents have given them to study at a school like this. We can get them to university, but we want to develop that student's overall and complex personalities as they develop. So we want students that leave Wellington College that are confident, can speak to adults, can speak for themselves, and have a secure pathway. We don't want to let anyone go from here that doesn't have a secure pathway. This is a school that, again, parents love hearing this anyway, but it's a school that is preparing young people for the next step in their life. So again, being a father of boys and being associated with boys' education for such a long time, we know that age 14 to 18 is an incredibly transformable part of a young person's life. Not only are we growing up, not are we experiencing new things, learning about ourselves as an individual, learning about our own learning needs, but we're also trying to target some future pathway directions. This is really complex, but we love that challenge. We love the challenge of helping people find their pathway. So I think what you've got to be, the type of student we want, is someone that's just going to give it a go. Someone that can take some advice, someone that wants advice. We challenge. New Zealand education is about students feeling like they can challenge. You put your hand up, you ask for questions. If you're not sure about something, you find that information. If you need support with a language, well, there's or a different subject, there's so many different ways we can help. So we have peer tutoring, we have special programs put on by the individual curriculum classes, we have advancement classes. But I guess also one of the fantastic things we've got is a staff that are constantly looking at data. So we can learn a lot from data. We can find patterns that we can support a student with. So if the student hasn't identified their own need, we'll help them identify that need in a really positive way. You know, you've got to be happy here. You've got to be able to challenge and be part of it to be valued. So we think we do that particularly well. So just come and join us. Have a great time and, you know, learn as you're going. I think when a student is making or a family is making that decision about study, I've got to give some basic advice. Look at the school website. The school website's fantastic. The international part of the school, you can learn all about the sports, the activities, the specific subjects. You know, there's different subjects that we teach here in New Zealand that are preparing students for university. You know, one of the fantastic things that students find out, oh, so when I'm in the senior school, I'm only doing 5 or 6 subjects. And they love that. When you're a junior student like Ronald at year 9, you're doing a very broad curriculum. So you're looking at maybe 14 different subjects, everything from languages through to art, drama, music, very, very broad. But in New Zealand, over the 5 years, we're trying to take that broad profile and narrow it down so that when you're in the senior school, we're targeting that university pathway. So for example, someone that is looking at engineering, you know, they're going to be doing possibly chemistry at level 3. They're going to be doing their physics. They're going to be doing their maths with calc, most likely. And then they've got another couple of options. So it's channeling boys into that. When we ask them, how was your first year of university? You know, was it difficult? And they say, no. They say, the last year at Wellington College was harder than the first year at university. And I love that. I love that because it means we've prepared them well.